Hello, this is Mr. Painter with a tutorial on Quizzette 823. Welcome to another fabulous tutorial. Our first step on your Quizzette paper is to please put your name on the paper. So my name is Mr. Painter. I will be your host today when it comes to your tutorial. But please put your name and not my name, because if you put my name, you will get no credit and it may end up in the trash can. Go ahead and put today's date. And if you forget about today's date, you can get today's date off the board. And team and class color. These three things are going to help me stay organized as well as get you credit on this Quizzette. All right, looks like you're almost done putting your name on your paper. I see that you're just now wrapping up putting down your team and color. All right, looks like we're ready to go. All right, here we go. Starting on Monday. Monday, we have solve for C. Now, what I want to do is I want to take C and pretend it is a cat. We all love cats, most of us. Now, in this situation, let's say we have 8C minus 3C equals 15. Now, let's say C is for cats. Now, when you take a look at 8C and 3C, notice that we can do something called combine like terms. So let's say, for an example, we have 8 cats and we get rid of 3 cats. Well, 8 minus 3 cats is going to give us 5 cats left. So we're going to bring down 5C. Equals, now notice the right side of the equal sign is 15, and there's no change. We didn't touch the right side. We left it alone. Now, as we're solving for cats, we're almost done, but I need to figure out, well, what is 5C equals 15? And before I go on to the next step, I just want to say, you're doing an amazing job by writing this down. So as you're writing this down, continue just doing a great job. All right, we're going to continue writing this down. So we're going to do 5 times C equals 15. So let's kind of pause there as maybe you're catching up from writing down the previous step. So when you have a 5, which will represent something called a constant, and you have something called a variable, which is C in this case, a constant and a variable right next to each other represent multiplication. So that's why I showed that step. We have 5 times C equals 15. Now, when you have multiply, what I want to do is I want to do the opposite. I'm going to divide. So I'm going to put the little division line. So if I divide by one side, I need to divide on both sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by 5 because I want the cat to be by itself. So we want to see how many cats there are. So what happens is 5 divided 5 cancels out to cat equals, wait a minute. If I divide by 5 on the left side, and if you want to draw the line, you can. Well, you got to divide by 5 on the right side as well. So 15 divided 5 will give you a total of 3 cats. Wow, wasn't that just a crazy problem? Well, it wasn't that bad. It was actually a lot of fun. But now we need to check it to see if we got it right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that cat and backwards plug it in for C. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to take my original problem. I got 8C minus 3C equals 15. Now what I did is I just took the problem here and literally just recopied it there. Now, next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in the cat. So I got 8 times, do you remember how many cats we got? That's right. Remember we got 3 cats, so we're going to plug in a 3 for that C there. Subtract 3, multiply, but look, C comes up again. So what you do is you also use C again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that 3 again. Equals 15. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a question mark next to 15 because I'm not sure if this is correct because, again, this is the check. Now, if left side is equal to right side, then we're good. Now, if the left side doesn't match the right side, we do have a mistake somewhere. So we're going to hope that it's correct. All right, our next step, let's take care of the multiplication. We're going to do order of operations. So multiply and divide first before subtraction in this case. So when we have 8 times 3 is going to give us 24 minus, we got 3 times 3 here, 9 equals 15. So we took our 8 times 3, got 24, and 3 times 3 and got 9 equals 15. Wow, this is great. So now the question is 24 minus 9 equal to 15? Question mark. And if I check my math correctly, 24 minus 9 is equal to 15 on the left side. But then on the right side, we're going to bring down the 15. Yeah, do you see that? You just saw that, right? 15 does equal 15, so the check works perfectly. And that's going to conclude our Monday question number 1, because 15 does equal 15. Now, just a friendly reminder, if left side does not equal the right side, then go back and check your math here, or there could be a mathematical error even in your checking. But left side, it must equal right side in order for this problem to work. All right, going on Tuesday. Why am I saying Tuesday? Because Tuesday is tomorrow. I'm thinking about Monday number 2. So we're going to go Monday number 2. First step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the question. So the question reads, complete the process of solving the equation. And the directions are, fill in the missing term on each line, simplify any fractions. Fabulous. All right. So we have 16V. V sounds like it could be a little bit boring. So let's call V a violin. So we got 16 violins plus 6 equals 6. But if you notice here, we have 6V equals blank. But the directions are subtract 6 from both sides. Oh, how nice. So what happened is, I'm going to fill in this missing step right here. They subtracted a 6 here. But if you subtract a 6 from both sides, you also have to subtract 6 here. So on the left side, the 6 is eliminated, and that's where 6V came down. But on the right side, in our blank, we have 6 subtract 6, which gives us 0. So our first blank is going to be 0. Now, we're almost there. If you think about our last blank, we're trying to think of what's happening here. But if you take a look at the directions, it says divide both sides by 16. How nice. So 16 divides 16 will give us crossed out to violins only. However, if I divide 0 by 16, ooh, how tricky. Anybody remember what 0 divides 16 is? Think, 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 think. You got it. If you have nothing and you divide something from it, guess what? You still got nothing, because you can't take away or divide anything from nothing in the first place. So your two blanks are actually going to be both zeros in this case. That was a fun little problem. So again, just take the words and use them to help you fill in the blanks. And with that being said, that's going to conclude us for number 2. Make sure you take the time and absolutely show your steps. So one more time, show your steps, get that written down in the blanks. All right, here we go. Monday number 3. Write the sentence as an equation. Ooh, this could be fun. 81 is the same as the sum of 386 and Q. How interesting. All right, so let's break this down. So what I want to do is I want to take 81, leave 81 alone. Now, the words is the same. Try to think of, well, mathematically, what does the word is the same mean? If you're thinking equal signs, you got it right. So is the same is equal as the sum. So when you talk about the word sum means add. So we're going to add there. Of, now the word of means multiply the 386 and Q together. So what it's going to look something like, I'm going to say 386 and put them next to each other, Q. So it's going to look something like that. And because we're multiplying in that of is automatically between the 6 and the Q, and therefore we're going to add it at the end. So I think we're kind of there and we're ready to go. Let's clean this all up. Here we go. 81, we're going to bring down 81. So that looks like a 1. I don't like it. So 81 equals is the same, is the equals as the sum of 386 and q. So we know we need a plus sign, and we know we have 386, so we got to kind of fine tune this and see what's happening here. So as the sum of, it looks like sum is going to take over the multiplication. So the multiplication here is not needed. So what I actually have for my final answer here is 81 equals 386 plus q. And when it refers to of, it refers to both 386 and q. So watch that of, because it could mean multiplication, but because it's telling you it is adding, that's adding. So in this case, 81 equals 386 plus q will be our final answer. So again, just remember the terminology here. Not bad, but I thought it was pretty cool. All right, Monday number 4, last one. This is like my kind of like favorite puzzle here. So what I got to do is I got to figure out, well, which set of algebra tiles represents the equation negative 2x equals 16? So what exactly does that mean? If you take a look at these, there are 4 examples, so you could actually make this multiple choice. The first one could be A, the second one could be B, the third one could be C, and the last one can be D. So what they're asking you is which one of these would match either A, B, C, or D. All right, let's take a look at a couple things. Let's see, let's go with gorgeous pink. If we have a negative 2x, let's take a look at the right side. So if you take a look at the A, we have negative 1, 2, 3. To me, this looks like negative 3x right there. B, we have 1, 2, negative 2x there. C, we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I'm saying that's 9x there. And D is going to be 3x because I count 1, 2, 3x tiles. Now the second part, let's see what's going on with the yellows. The yellows are 1, so I think it might be easier just to add them up. So here we go. We got 5 columns of 3. 5 columns of 3. So which means I'm going to use 5 times 3. So 5 times 3, I'm counting a total of 15. Can't even see the yellow. 15 tiles. So we have, for A, we have negative 3x equals 15. For B, we have negative 2x equals, count the tiles again. I have 5 rows of 3 plus an extra one, so that one's going to be negative 2x equals 16. C, we have 9x equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9x equals 9. And the last one, we have D, 3x equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 by 3D equals 15. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the one that matched. So with our original equation, negative 2x equals 16, looks like it will match answer B. So B, or the second row, would be the correct answer for number 4. All right, if you need a little bit more time, feel free to pause the video. Make sure you show your steps, take your notes. Remember, as the week goes on, you should be able to do it on your own, especially towards Friday. But in this case, hey, it's the beginning of the week, step by step, we got you. With that being said, let's go ahead and put our Quizzette away and